I'm Brian from Cylance, and I have here with me today Robert from Razberi. Robert, would you give us a quick overview of what Razberi is?
Sure, absolutely. So Razberi is a company that manufactures hardware and software to run and protect IoT devices. We're based out of Dallas, Texas, and we have scalable products from appliances that are 8 ports PoE with a 4 terabyte hard drive all the way up to a data center grade core server with 168 terabytes hard drive.
Nice, nice. We actually had some of that here at the show, and I wanted to get my hands on it. So IoT, so specifically with IoT, how does Cylance kind of fit into the IoT world where you guys in your application have actually deployed it?
Sure. So one of our key markets is surveillance, the surveillance world. So CCTV cameras, you see them everywhere. Critical infrastructures, very key with us. And with critical infrastructures, a lot of times they want to basically air gap themselves from any network. So in that, we needed to think of an AV product that would be able to run in that air gapped environment without having to be updated all the time.
Right, because you don't have internet every second of the day. You can't do things like cloud reputation lookups. You can't do those kind of things in these air gap critical infrastructure type networks.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So with Cylance and the ability to not having to be connected to the internet all the time just worked perfectly with the environment that we are in.
Excellent. Now, Robert, you were telling me a story about a specific customer that had a very unfortunate incident where somebody took advantage of this customer. Could you elaborate a little bit about that and tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So one of our customers is PREPA, which is the Puerto Rico Electrical Power Authority. And about a year ago, we all know Hurricane Maria hit them pretty hard. And unfortunately, when that hit them, they also got hit by malware.
So somebody actually came in, took advantage of a horrible situation where the power grid is down. When it's coming back up, somebody decided, let's slip a little malware in there to see if we can get some money out of this situation.
Absolutely. So
That's
unfortunately,
crazy.
there were some really bad actors out there that took advantage of some people, and they were in a really bad way.
Yeah, kick you while you're down.
Kick you while you're down.
That's unfortunate. Exactly. So in this environment, Razberi had devices deployed running some of this critical infrastructure.
Exactly. So we had Razberi appliances on their network protecting their edge cameras. And after this unfortunate incident happened where malware was placed on their network, including the Razberis that were part of this overall big network for the Power Authority, every appliance, workstation, server got infected with this malware except for Razberi.
That's awesome. So the Razberi boxes and the cameras that were there were controlling, and the data that was on there was not actually infected by the malware that was on that network.
That's exactly right. So Cylance quarantined that malware and protected our servers, the Razberi servers, from getting infected.
That's outstanding. So in that environment, in that IoT air-gapped environment, not only did you deploy a solution that didn't need to have daily updates, didn't have to have internet connection, all those kind of benefits for the IoT environment, but it also protected it from getting destroyed by ransomware and loss of that data, and kept that critical infrastructure up and running.
You're exactly right.
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
So Brian, let me ask you, how does Cylance protect from old malware being able to affect current deployments?
That's a great question, Robert, and that's one of the things that Cylance does essentially in its core. And to do that, we've actually used artificial intelligence where we can actually predict future malware attacks based upon all of the old stuff that has happened. So a lot of the malware that is seen on a daily basis, hundreds of thousands of samples a day, are really not necessarily brand new, zero-day, hand-created types of malware. It's simply mutations of existing malware. So with a signature-based solution that requires those daily updates and that constant care and feeding, they actually are very easy to fool and to make them look at something new that it doesn't know about, and that's what happens when people get infected by old malware in today's world.
That's great. No, I think another reason why we like Cylance so much at Razberi is because it's really taking a proactive approach towards AV, as opposed to other solutions out there seem to be reactive.
Right.
And that's another big reason why we like to use it at Razberi.
Right. We call that at Cylance our prevention first strategy. Prevent first, that's the key way to go to protect that critical infrastructure.
That's great.
Excellent.